I'm a naughty bad girl, someone should spank me?
You really are gay. What they're saying about me isn't true.
Look, you should just get Scott to give you a ride home too, because I'm done trying to be your friend.
I can't get the cat!
I just had the weirdest dream, guys. Thanks, Sharky. This felt like this movie I've seen a long time ago just, like, appear, you know? I haven't seen this in a long, long time, but I just remember it. It's, like, so cringeworthy bad, but people took it so seriously. I don't know what the hell kind of motive is. What the hell? I thought I clicked this out and... Oh. Oh no. Oh no, guys. The movie is real, guys. I can't believe it. Cyberbully. Well, this was a video that was coming for a while. I didn't know that. I did, like, tease it multiple times, but the thing was, right when I finished recording the one video to start beginning to work on the Cyberbully video, I came down with severe allergies and could barely breathe out of my nose and partly out of my mouth. So there was no way I was going to be reviewing a video with that. And then at the same time, April Fool's Day and International Asexuality Day both showed up, and I wanted to make a video about that. Yes, the April Fool's video, that was the first one I actually made like a full-on prank video, even though I couldn't really act very well in it. As you can tell by this opening intro that I did actually film myself. That little camera jump was me because I'm the only one filming this, and I need to get my head into frame there, so that's why there was a sudden jump between the two. But at the same time, that's when I actually got this camcorder. Anyways, this movie, as I said in the intro, I did actually watch a long time ago. I watched it back in like 2013, 2014. This movie came out in 2011. Therefore, it was only a few years old by the time that I watched it, and the message was still sort of relevant in 2014 as it was in 2011. However, with 2022 now being the year it is, as this is recording, the whole thing and the meaning behind it has changed quite a bit, and people have also reviewed it plenty of times before. I know I'm not the first one, but this is a movie I've watched way back when I was in middle school. It has resonated with me the most because of just how laughably stupid and so bad it's good quality that we're given here, and that we're supposed to take its message seriously. So, with that being said, let's dive right straight into it. So this movie starts out with some generic music of the times, and I will warn you right now, the music and the soundtrack is the most early 2010s thing you could ever imagine, with some more mid to late 2000s songs on there, with one of the most egregious songs that I will touch upon when we get there. And if you ever seen anyone else's review of Cyberbully, you know exactly which song it is. Anyways, we see our protagonist, Taylor, get ready for school. Okay, who puts their shoes at the edge of the stairs like that? That's just a fucking tripping hazard. What the hell is up with that mouse right there? Like, I'm pretty sure it's all one solid unit, but the lighting in that one is so weird. It literally looks like one of those, like, it looks like just like an arch, which would probably be one of the most, I would have to guess, one of the most uncomfortable mouse designs ever. But I'm pretty sure it's one solid unit, but whatever lighting it is, it blends in with the mouse pad almost flawlessly. So it literally looks like she's using an arch to just move her mouse. It's just a weird thing that I noticed.
Gotta go figure out what the latest public relations crisis is today.
First, let's talk about our two main protagonists that we'll be looking at, and I say these are pretty much the only protagonists throughout the film, and you'll figure out why as it continues. First, we have Taylor. She's your stereotypical average teenage girl going through high school in the early 2010s. And then there's her mother, who comes out to be a really overbearing nag. Now, in a lot of these type of movies, the mother would be seen as more of an antagonist force or a protagonist that kind of changes throughout the end. Kind of like how Woody from Toy Story, where you could not say Woody was a protagonist, especially in the first half of the movie, because he's the one that tries to literally get rid of Buzz, but he changes throughout the end. I'm pretty sure that's what they're doing with the mom, but it gets so bungled up at the end, she somehow becomes the most sympathetic character, and we'll see that moving forward.
Who are you calling a brat?
Private.
Well, what you do online isn't exactly private.
Kinda depends on what. It depends on what you're using or what you're doing. So there is a little bit of privacy, but even then, it's still iffy. So, yeah, whatever. But yeah, that's just a subtle indication of what's just to fucking come with this morality on the internet.
Forgot. It's your birthday.
Oh, it's also her birthday. Just in case you need to know, because I'm just going to tell you this now, because the movie's not going to not shortly to hesitate to tell you the same information multiple fucking times. And that is Eric, her little brother, who I'm not going to classify as a protagonist. He's just more of a moderate character. He's neither good nor really that bad either. And you'll figure out why.
Why does everybody think I should have a party? 2017 doesn't mean anything.
Okay, I legitimately do not know what she fucking said. It sounds like 2017 doesn't mean anything. Did she say be in 17 doesn't mean anything? Because if she said be in 17 doesn't mean anything, I would actually have to agree with her. 17 is just a middle age between 16, where most places you're allowed to drive and work more full time. Kinda, it depends on the labor laws there. And 18, where you can vote and become an actual adult, but you can't buy tobacco or alcohol. Yeah, so being 17 doesn't really mean anything.
Party means presents, money, bling. If your dad had moved out 3 months ago, you wouldn't want to party either.
Hey,
Okay, so these are Taylor's two friends. I use that term so fucking loosely, especially the one driving. I don't even consider her a friend. So, the one driving is Samantha, and you figure out she is the primary antagonist. I know, spoiler. But you'll figure out how later. And the other one in the back seat is Cheyenne, who I don't think is supposed to be a bad person, but she is just really up herself and just full of herself and thinking she's so high and mighty. She just does some pretty brain dead shit later on in the film. So her big thing against Samantha, I don't know what the hell she's up against, but she always is talking in this really condescending tone every time someone mentions a boy or a dad or a man of any kind. I don't know if she's like a lesbian or still butthurt, because she did break up with Scott, who we'll meet later. Scott actually dumped her, and I guess that's when she began this entire quest of misandry. I can only imagine. It's not even remotely close to developed, so that's why I'm just guessing this entire time on it. So yes, her two main friends, a really controlling, manipulative bitch, and the other one is just clueless on what everything else is going on. They're just cramming shit in at this point to try to fill in the gaps of everything. They're just exposition dumping a bunch of things without any rhyme or reason, and it's actually kind of painful to listen to.
My brother wears shoes like that. He's 10.
My brother wears shoes like that. He's 10. You mean these shoes earlier? What's wrong with those shoes? I mean, they look pretty comfortable and they don't look that bad. I mean, they look like a mixture between Chucks and Vans, but they're not bad looking shoes. So I just don't get it. Okay, yeah, here's another thing of the bullies. The bullying in this movie it's just so stupid. They start ridiculing and bullying people over the stupidest shit imaginable. And it's actually pretty insulting to people who are actually been bullied, in my opinion. With the amount of crap that they just get flung at ad nauseum for no reason. It is honestly just stupid and ridiculous.
So what was it you said the other day in health? I got Lindsay psychosis. Nothing. I just learned better ways to 18 and all that. She's been doing it since 9th grade. Sometimes they call her a slut.
So, let me get this straight. Alright, so, here's what happened. In health class, Taylor said you should wait till you're 18 to have sex, which is an opinion. I mean, I can attest to it. I kind of think the same thing, but at the same time, that's why we have age of consent laws. However, in certain states, age of consent varies. Right now, where I'm located in Ohio, age of consent is 16. However, in certain regions, such as Florida, the age of consent is actually 18. So it depends on which state they're located in. Now, I say Florida because I know for a fact that none of them are in Florida, because just take a look around there. Does that even look like Florida? Probably not. Second, they actually mentioned she moved to Florida, which implies that they're in a state other than Florida. And then much later on in the movie, there's also another state they're not located in, Missouri. Because after a bunch of things, the mom talks to somebody and they mention Missouri. So we could also assume that those two states they're not located in. So that leaves us 48 states plus plus DC and all this other shit. But given how that does not look like DC, and I've been to DC before, it doesn't really look quite a lot like it, we can assume the other 40 states. Now, I am going to assume Indiana, for one reason, is because one scene coming up later in the movie where there is a license plate that is shown that looks like part of the seal of Indiana on it. Now, this is just pure speculation, but I'm assuming that they're located in Indiana. Now, with that being said, if they are located in Indiana, they're just like Ohio, and they have the age of consent being at 16. So therefore, as long as it's completely consensual and there's no quid pro quo, 16 is a perfectly legal age to consent. Do I think it's wrong? Yes. I do not agree with that. But in terms of legal expertise, in terms of legality, that is generally seen as alright, but a bit dangerous. That's just something I thought I should point out given that brief interaction between them. Okay, so sorry in advance for the 80-yard sections of this video, but some scenes I more or less buried the lead of those scenes, and this one being a prime example. My whole point of going into age of consent laws vary per state was because of the differences that exist in the laws in different people's opinions. And what appears to be is Taylor had an opinion that was different than what was allowed in the state, and Lindsay apparently took that as a personal attack against her. That was more the reason why I was talking about age of consent laws. Was the whole point of it was Taylor having a different opinion than what is legally allowed in the state of Indiana.
Have it.
Okay, so now we're introduced to Scott. Well, kind of introduced. Scott, Taylor's crush, and Samantha's ex, where Samantha just does nothing but shit-talk him the entire time. And that's really all you could really say about him, because his character does develop a little bit, but even then, it's in kind of a silly way that I'll touch upon it later.
And plus, even if I wanted to, I couldn't. My mom, stands over my shoulder the whole time. She has computer monitoring software. She goes on all the sites I've been on. There's no way.
So, okay, that also puts us... We are also now force-fed more exposition. Her mom is a really overprotective, really intrusive bitch. So now I'm not liking her mother anymore. But trust me, how I'm going to say she is somehow the most sympathetic character in the movie. Just trust me. You'll see for yourself in a little bit, but just keep in mind that this really poor exposition dump just now tells us that her mother is a bit overprotective and a bit overbearing.
See you later.
Bye. Her mom is so backwards. She can't even have internet on her phone.
Oh, how does she live?
Okay, so she doesn't allow to use the internet on her phone, but by the way her phone looks, it looks like one of those like BlackBerry-esque type phones that can actually connect, probably can connect to the internet using cellular data. Okay, so, wait, is she not allowed to have cellular data on her phone? Because, newsflash, if you don't have cellular data, you can't really make a phone call or a text message. Aside from 911, of course, because that's an FCC rule. But you can't call or really text people. I mean, this was before Wi-Fi calling really took off. But even then, how? How can she not have internet on the phone if she has cellular data that she could possibly use? That line makes zero sense. And I'm assuming that she's using 3G, which actually allowed for audio streaming and video streaming as well. Because 3G was introduced in like the early 2010s, but I'm not assuming she has 4G though, because that was released in about 2010 in the United States, and then this movie came out a year later, so if we're assuming this takes place in 2010, it's, unless she is super rich, which by just looking at her and stuff, she does not appear to be the super rich or the techno elite. It doesn't seem like that is a likely possibility. So I don't know how she won't have internet on her phone. This seems to be written by some idiots that don't know how a phone works.
Taylor Hillridge was born. Happy birthday, Taylor.
Oh, yeah, it's also Taylor's birthday in case you forgot.
Happy birthday.
Okay, you know how I said the mother was the most sympathetic character? I take that back. She's the second most because he is the most sympathetic character, and you'll see why in a little bit when everything starts to fall apart.
Today's my dad's birthday, too.
What a smooth operator.
Unit 11, page 773.
What the fuck was the point of that interaction?
There was like electricity.
Oh, please.
No, I'm serious. I felt a tingle.
Yeah, it's called that's called static electricity.
He's not like Charlie. He is exactly like Charlie. And I would know because I hung out with them. Not once. Yeah, Charlie looked up at me, he got me wanted, and he never spoke to me ever again.
Okay, so you're butthurt because a guy hooked up with you and doesn't want to talk to you. Okay, fine, that guy is an asshole, but that doesn't mean everyone else is. You know, hashtag not all men. I know that's just really tacky to say, but just because he hooked up with you and left doesn't mean all the people are like that. All the guys are like that. That's just stupid to think. And given that, and given everything she is, she's kind of a stupid character.
Exactly like Charlie. And it's stupid for you to lose your head over something silly like this. Okay, remember, it was your dad that left you guys for a 25-year-old girl. Like, that doesn't tell you how scummy guys are.
Okay, so what does that have to do with him? Just because her dad left, because her dad was probably a piece of shit anyways, let's face it, if their mom is any indicator, I don't think anyone would really be happily married with her in the first place. Second, if you would have just up and left them over some broad like that, okay, maybe he was a piece of shit, but that doesn't imply that everyone else has to be by proxy. Oh my god, this whole thing is just really stupid and overgeneralized. God, I just do not like this character.
My own computer?
Lucky.
Oh yeah, she has a computer. What's the worst that can fucking happen? Right, yeah.
Look, I know you think I'm overprotective, but I think the word is responsible.
Yeah, try suffocating.
Okay, that was a good quip. If it's one thing I'll give positive I'll say about this movie is there's a couple decent quips here and there that are actually not that bad, honestly. It got a chuckle out of me or two. So yeah, that's one good thing about this movie.
Look, you want to be a journalist, and I want you to be able to write to your heart's content.
Okay, note how she says she wanted to be a journalist, but keep in mind when I say this is like one of 2 times this is ever brought up, but I don't even think it was brought up again. So now she wants to be a journalist, but this is just so poorly done for us. It just came out of the fucking blue at this point.
Wait, hang on. What kind of underwear am I wearing right now? Oh my god! You just say pink.
What kind of questions are these? Are you a morning person or night person? Do you untie your shoes before you take them off? What's your favorite body part? What color underwear are you wearing right now? What frightens you the most? Sweet or salty? Which day of the week is your, I'm going to guess, favorite? And there's other questions I can't even read. But what kind of fucking thing about this? What? Who needs to know any of this info? Alright, if any of you are curious, are you a morning person or a night person? I used to be a morning person, but now I'm a night person. Do you untie your shoes before you take them off? Typically not. Unless, it depends. If I'm wearing boots or dress shoes, then yes. But if it's tennis shoes or gym shoes, whatever you want to call them, no. What's your favorite body part? I'd have to say probably the mouth. I don't know, it's pretty interesting, especially with the tongue and the vocal cords, how sound is produced. It's pretty cool. What underwear are you wearing right now? Pass. What frightens you the most? I'm also going to pass on that one. What day of the week is your favorite? I'm going to have to say Sunday. Sweet or salty? I'm definitely going to go with sweet. I know none of you wanted to actually even hear any of my responses, but let's face it, my responses just make about as much sense as them asking these questions in the first place. Anyways, she just continues to completely lie on all the profile. Okay, what was the point of any of this? You could have literally cut out that entire scene where she walks into the living room and then to the father's room and all that shit. You could have completely cut that out and the entire scene would have been the same. Don't believe me? Watch. Yeah, exactly. That's my point. Exactly.
Oh, Lindsay. Hang on.
So, wait, did she just throw a toothbrush with her mouth gunk and toothpaste onto her desk? That's gonna attract so many bugs and grow moldy and just gross. Ew. That's just gross.
That's not very nice. I don't even know which one I'm supposed to be, Lardo or Dogface.
Wow. That's like, you didn't even try at all. This seems like something like they tried to offend somebody. And are you fucking serious? Bunny ears? Oh my fucking god, I forgot. They died in the early 2010s, and they need to stay dead in the 2010s. Just don't bring that up, ever.
So I saw you're on Clicksters now. I like it better than Facebook, a lot more raw, you know?
Yeah, I noticed.
So maybe I'll talk to you on there tonight?
Okay, so in a world that Facebook exists, but now they're all using Clicksters, which is basically just a... I guess Clicksters is a more risque version of Facebook? I think? I don't know.
Yeah, there's actually a chat room just for the school. I hang out there sometimes when I'm bored. People talk trash. It's kind of funny, so...
Wait. There is a chat room for the school on a really raunchy, risque website? Does no one else see a problem with this? Who the fuck? JD Hottie, what the fuck out? What the hell, man? God damn it, JD Hottie, get away!
Is that Clicksters? Can you get an account?
No.
Please just don't.
No.
Okay, I like that junk grab he just did right there.
So I was actually reading your page last night, and you're a really good writer.
I would beg to differ.
But I do think you need a few more pictures, though. Maybe a bikini shot or something.
What the fuck kind of interaction was that? That's a little weird, to say the least. To say the very fucking least, that's a bit weird.
A bikini shot? Come on.
Oh my god, at least now I can actually finally sympathize with that bitch. That was a bit out of the fucking blue and a little skeevy.
So naive. I can think of at least 2 girls he's hooked up with in the past month.
Okay, who gives a shit?
Waiting for a guy to type, "Hey baby, send me a bikini shot," is not love. Well, then what is? Sleeping with a guy the second time you guys go out and then wondering why he never talks to you again?
Fucking burn, bitch.
Get out.
Wow, she gets insulted once and she's so butthurt she kicks the girl out of her car. That's just sad, honestly. Okay, so we can use this image right here to show that, alright, this looks, she has a license plate from what appears to be Indiana. If you're squinting really hard enough, I'm not entirely certain what that is, given how everything is blocked out. There's literally the Jeep logo. You can see the J up there right above the plate and underneath the windshield wiper of the J in the EEP right there, all cut out, and then something, I guess, got blurred or whatever. I don't fucking know, but it's one hell of a censorship job. Same thing where they blocked out the state, but they didn't block out that logo, and I think that's the seal of the state of Indiana. So that's why I said everything. That's why I base it all off of, like, Indiana with the age of consent and stuff like that.
Oh, hang on. Maybe this is him. Huh. No, it's a friend request from some guy named James.
Okay, wait. It says, that's him right now, but you click on the person for a friend request. And now we meet James, who,
Read your poem about hiking Mount Rainier. It was there last summer and felt like the wind was talking to me too. Heard its voice in my soul just like you said. Made me wonder if talking to you would be the same kind of thing.
Yeah, no 17-year-old kid would ever write that much unless they're really fucking desperate.
You talked to him?
Yeah, he called me. Maybe he called me.
But I never thought you wanted to talk to him again. Okay, that picture right there makes me laugh really hard. Okay, that text message with that profile pic is just one of the most matching things ever. That's really fucking good.
What is it? Look, somebody figured out my password and they hacked my profile.
Oh my god, that is not hacking. Just guessing someone's password doesn't mean they hacked into your account. It means your password wasn't good enough or they guessed it anyways. Therefore, that's not hacking.
I'm a naughty bad girl. Someone should spank me.
Well, that's a great out of context line. I'm definitely throwing that in there. Okay, despite looking at some of these things, yeah, finally some dirty girls on this side. Someone to keep the pervs occupied. I think this is a good thing. At least someone's looking out that says, "Taylor, you okay?" on it. At least someone's looking out for you. And now here is a common theme that we are going to be seeing throughout the movie. Taylor running away from her fucking problems. I'm going to put a fucking counter right here, and we'll just add to it every time she runs away from a problem. Okay, sorry for the weird, like, what seems to be commercial breaks and stuff. While I do have this on a DVD, I should probably explain, I actually pulled this off of YouTube. There was multiple uploads of this movie on YouTube, and I actually pulled it off so I can actually, ripped it into a DVD file. That way I can actually watch it on my DVD player on my TV without having to do a bunch of other hoops and shenanigans and stuff. So, yeah, that's why you see random things in the ABC logo and the TV-14. All that emblems on it all over the place.
You need to shut down your profile.
Come on.
Look at you. You're in tears after one day.
That is a 100% fair assessment. Maybe you shouldn't be on this site if you obviously can't handle it. Wow. I can't believe it. I'm actually going with the overprotective mom. I'm actually fucking siding with this one. Because she clearly can't handle the internet. Also, just one quick note on here. Why is there a like button and then a hate button? Why? Shouldn't there be like love and hate? But like is like, alright, it's like this. Hate is like all the way down there. Dislike is like this. Love is like all the way up here. So why is hate the second option? Then there's obviously share, which of course, yeah. You are nasty and a bitch. Or is it supposed to say you're nasty and a bitch? Because if it's supposed to be you are, there should be a space, not But anyways, that reads, nasty and a bitch.
God, all those things people were saying about me. How am I gonna face going to school on Monday?
Don't be a wuss. You can't take that stuff seriously. Besides, nobody's even gonna remember by Monday.
Something about that makes me highly doubt it.
Me and my friend Cooper were the ones who changed the status on your profile.
What?
Look, use the old cat's name for your password.
Okay. Then that's why I said I don't consider him a good or a bad guy, because he obviously did that, but again, he didn't hack a profile. You just guessed your password. But to be fair, you really did just shove him out of your room, but also, in fairness, he shouldn't have done that to you anyway, so he's definitely not a good character, but he's also, I don't think, that bad of a character either, as you will see later on.
I looked to see if you took down your profile.
Okay, I never said I'd do that.
To be fair, yeah, she never said she would do it.
Well, on your page, you posted a comment and called someone a bitch.
Whoa, now you're spying on me?
No, that's not really spying when someone can just look it up anyways. That's not spying, that's just common sense.
I know it's terrible, but that's no excuse to be ugly to someone online or anywhere.
Okay, with her saying you shouldn't, that's no excuse to call somebody, I kind of have to agree, because what you're doing there is you're essentially just feeding the troll. When you call somebody a name like that, you're just basically feeding the trolls. And that's just never going to end well for you anyways.
You said everyone's gonna forget about Monday. Okay, people have been posting really stupid stuff on her page. They're saying you sleep around. Why didn't you tell me? Well, it's not that they want to freak you out, and I honestly thought it would die down by now.
You know that wasn't true, but you said it anyways. Like, what the fuck? And, oh my god, do these kids not have anything better to do than just harass people online? Don't they have, like, aren't they, like, 17 years old or something? Shouldn't they be out going, getting jobs? Well, actually, the rich one, Lindsay, she's actually a rich kid. She's a rich, spoiled piece of shit, so she doesn't need to get a job. But don't the rest of them have jobs or something? I mean, it's later revealed Scott has a job, but even then, it's still like, meh. He's just a cook at a restaurant. Do the rest of them have a job or something? Don't they have anything better to do than to sit around on the internet all day?
Oh, Joe. You post looking for
Okay, wow. Holy shit. Where do I even begin with that? He tries to sympathize with her by saying, I am sorry for you because I feel bad for you as well, because you shouldn't be getting harassed like I am on the internet. And then she just drops that bombshell on you. She claims because he's gay, what you're saying about him is actually true. It's just implying because he's gay, it's alright for him to be bullied, but not because it's you. Wow, I didn't think we would have to deal with homophobia on this one, but holy shit. I can't make this up. I'm serious. I am actually impressed that they thought this was okay, and people defended this movie. With that brazen homophobia right there. Like, holy shit, just because he's gay doesn't mean he deserves to be bullied. Sure, he might be gay and what they're saying and bullying might be somewhat true, but doesn't mean he deserves to be bullied just as much as you deserve to be bullied. I mean, that's like me saying you deserve to be bullied because you are a girl, and what they're saying about you is actually true. That doesn't mean you deserve to be bullied as much as he deserves to be. Wow, and keep in mind, this is the character we're supposed to feel the most sympathy for. But she has yet to do anything that actually deserves any sympathy. I mean, she makes fun of people, gets harassed in return, goes on to Clicksters, starts attacking people, or, well, no, someone attacks her, she attacks back, and then is surprised when the person she insulted starts making up all these rumors and stuff. She hasn't really done anything to truly deserve sympathy because, again, she lashed out. It's just like, what the hell? The hell is this? This is the most confused character I've ever had. Because I'm supposed to feel bad for her, but at the same time, I can't.
You really don't get how messed up it is.
Wow, that is some class that I would not have had if someone would have said that about me.
I get my laptop back tomorrow, right?
Yeah. You can take your profile down?
Are you saying I have no choice?
No, I'm saying I'm trusting you to make the right choice.
Given how reliable this character is, I don't think you should make that decision to trust her with anything. Hell, I wouldn't even trust her to take out the trash on time. She'd just be too busy bawling about what someone said about something on a text message to even do that properly.
You know, everyone at my school is on that site. I was just having fun. It was Eric who messed it all up for me.
Yeah, that doesn't really work when you're the one that responded back and basically caused a lot of this avalanche of crap to fall upon you. Yes, Eric is to blame somewhat, but you're the one that really escalated it. He kind of made it bad, but you could have just said my profile got hacked or whatever by my little brother. You could have easily de-escalated the situation and gained sympathy from it. But no, you decided to instead just add fuel to the fire and cause a big outburst like this. And there are people underneath the comment section of the video that I pulled this from that said how evil her little brother was for doing this. I'm like, well, yeah, he is not a good guy, but Taylor isn't an angel here. She's debatably worse than he is. But you get so many of these people, I'm just assuming are girls, talk about how good or how serious this movie is, when in reality it's so poorly done and it's poorly made, it's stupid. Also, the acting is not very good, as you can tell by Taylor's acting. It's just, it gets grating to watch after a while.
You know, I wish you wouldn't fake trust me. I wish you would just actually do it.
Yeah, at that point, as a parent, I would have said, no, you're getting your laptop taken away for another day or two. Just for that one snide comment back to me like that. Okay, seriously, do these people have anything other to do than just to sit around and harass people all day? I mean, holy shit, not even the high school bullies that I've ever seen. They had more of a life than these sad, pathetic excuses of people. At least they were either studying something or they were at work. They had something to do. Alright, sorry for a little bit different camera angle if it changed a little bit. I don't really see a lot of it, but it changed a little bit. I had to change batteries because these things barely hold a charge sometimes. I don't know if I can charge it up properly, but let's continue.
I think it's good for you to see the difference between a guy that is genuinely nice to you and a guy that just wants to hook up with you.
So go talk to a different person IRL. Okay, what? A guy who likes you and doesn't want to just hook up with you? Wait, what?
Oh, wait, no, sorry. Why not? 13 messages. It's a lot of messages.
Yeah, but it was like a fancy guy that might like him was different. But James likes him no, and we don't care about him writing fans. See, that's what I love.
What the fuck is the point of any of this? Just because she wrote Scott multiple times doesn't mean it couldn't be love either. What? Like, what? Oh my god, this logic, this does not follow any sort of progressive steps or anything.
I was actually going to come look for you after lunch.
You are?
Yeah, I heard somebody hacked your profile. It happened to me once.
That's not hacking, that's just guessing a password.
No, that's funny. I want to see my phone.
You're asking me this?
I'm sure it's not.
Yes, I know what we're doing. Yes, I will do.
Okay, what was the point of the scene beforehand? She's sitting there shitting on Scott, and then Scott asks her out to the dance, and now she's head over heels for him again. Oh my god. Oh my god, who wrote this god-awful script?
Why did you tell him you weren't going with anyone? The three of us were gonna go together.
Ah!
Charlie told him about some stuff he and I did, and you know what Scott did? He laughed.
Okay. What's your point? What is the point? Just because... Oh my fucking god. This character is just so up her own ass. I can't even tolerate it anymore. And we're not even halfway through this fucking movie! Seriously, I've been sitting here trying to get through this thing. I've been recording for a long while at this point. With a lot of, like, pauses, retakes, and reshoots and stuff like that. Hell, the goddamn time. I'm just getting exacerbated every time she talks about Scott or anything. She just throws a massive hissy fit and then says something like this. Like we're trying to gain sympathy for her or anything, and she doesn't do anything deserving of it.
I mean, just because you got dumped doesn't mean I will. Thanks.
Oh no! You're sitting here criticizing her, and we're supposed to feel bad for you now? What the fuck? Man, come on!
No, what? Your wall?
No, I just got my computer. Lindsay post more stuff?
Not Lindsay. That James guy you thought was so nice. He said he slept with you. Then he gave me an STD.
Okay, so, a moment ago, that nice James guy now spreads a rumor about her. Oh my fucking god, this is why you don't trust people on the fucking internet! It's the internet. It's just, you don't want to put too much faith in people that you, especially if you don't fucking know them. Come on, use your fucking brains, people!
She's a loser. They sit behind.
I knew it. I told my cousin to look at James's profile and see if she recognized him. She says there's no such guy at Ridgeway.
Oh, so you just got catfished. Okay.
Oh, God. All the stuff that I told him. I told him my dad cheated on my mom. Like, all kinds of personal stuff.
Why are you sharing personal information with someone that you truly don't know on the internet? Oh my god, this is like very simple. You don't share info that you wouldn't share to a random stranger in person. You don't share that info on the internet. I didn't think I needed to explain this because I think everybody could agree to this. But apparently on the internet, no one actually ever fucking thinks anymore. Oh my fucking god, this just makes my head hurt. Oh yeah, this all happens in the day that she got her laptop back. So she got a laptop back for all 5 minutes and shit's already hitting the fan. Come on.
No, it might look slutty.
Is that why you're wearing all those baggy clothes?
Yeah. How does a slut wouldn't wear a baggy clothes like that? She would be probably be wearing more risque clothing. Oh, speaking of sluts.
Should have brought the disinfectant. Don't want to use these things after the skank patrol.
You're calling me a skank now, too?
Yeah, I know what's up.
No, I've never been called a name at school ever.
Oh, bullshit. Everyone has called been called a name at least once in school. That is complete bullshit right there.
Well, you know what they say, sticks and stones may break your bones.
Don't you dare make a joke about this.
That's not a joke, that's just a fucking saying.
Don't you dare. Just stop following me, okay?
Okay. I don't think this is a problem with bullying. This is about people just being really fucking stupid nowadays. Because, holy shit. It isn't her fault that people are now criticizing her, but now she's getting flack because she's disassociated. But instead of, sticking up for her friend that's being harassed, she decides to just bail out on her just to get some approval of bitches she doesn't even fucking like anymore. I mean, this is why I can't say she's a friend, but she isn't a bad person. She's just stupid. Same thing with most of the characters in this. They're either so unlikable, completely stupid, or just aggravating to listen to. That's like the three categories of characters we have here. Is this outright stupid, outright infuriating, or just plain unlikable?
God, hey.
Hey, what's up?
Nothing.
Why is he like walking over like he just got caught or he was just committed a crime or something? He's like, oh, hi Taylor. How are you doing this fine day? Like he just basically lit a building on fire and he's trying to be subtle but trying to get out of the way as fast as possible before the cops come catch him.
I know that a lot of people are saying stuff about me online. This stuff is totally not true, and I guess I just want to make it. Well, it kind of is. It's really gross stuff, and like I haven't slept with anybody or anything, and
What's the history?
Okay, so Scott's also a complete dumbass. So I am really just fast forwarding through this entire section here. It actually has a song that I can barely fucking tolerate. It's like that one with the car scene. I think the song is a little bit better, but oh god, it just reeks of like early 2010s, man. It's just, I hate it. Okay, I know this says it reeks of this decade, but the problem is, I don't mind some of this like nostalgia type thing. Like there's another god awful one that's actually way worse, and it's called the Cyber Seduction or something. That one is way worse than this movie, but the thing is, that one had all the early 2000s technology and the sites and everything about it just screamed early 2000s, which I lived through, and that was probably my favorite time that I've lived through. Here, it just reeks of the early 2010s, which I also lived through. I have fond memories of, but I didn't like as much as back then. Especially some of the music choices that they have for dramatic effect is just really annoying and aggravating, while the 2000s had a bit better music to choose from. There weren't so many corny, cliched ones, except for the one song that I swear to God is coming up soon. It's during the big event that I want to spend some good amount of time on.
Are you still my friend? Yeah, I guess. What does that mean? Your friend everywhere except at school? Look, I don't know what you expect. None of this is my fault. It was the same, why can't you? Why can't you just not flirt with people that you don't know? You didn't have to talk to that James guy.
Okay, I would say that's a fair point, but the problem is you were the one to actually encourage her to talk to him in the first place, so your point is moot.
Shard and back?
If you don't, I will.
So you think all this is my fault?
Well, you called Lindsay a bitch online. Of course she was gonna come after you.
I think most of it's your fucking fault too. Don't get me wrong, I don't think you deserve all of this, but the problem is you're not the innocent one here either. I don't think any character here is innocent at all. Problem is, you called her a bitch online. You now are dealing with the wrath of Lindsay, which I know sounds absolutely fucking retarded, but I don't care. Oh my god, what is that fucking running? That is so bad.
Show me your Clicksters page now.
Holy shit, that was forceful. I thought she was gonna fucking break in the fucking door, you know? Walk over there and just kick down the fucking door, say, on the fucking ground, I'm confiscating this laptop and deleting everything on it.
Why didn't you shut this down when I asked you to?
Fair point.
And why would you subject yourself to this?
Another fair point.
Oh, look, Mama, you come in. I'm so popular. Now, this one's from Lindsay Left. She's my favorite. And she says that James told her I took all my clothes off for $5.
Shut down the fucking page. Delete your fucking account. It's not worth it anymore. You're just digging your own grave. Oh no, it's the bitch. Oh no, it's Samantha that made the fake account, or at least is operating the fake account. Ooh! Wasn't it not fucking obvious by the way she acted, like in this scene right here?
Maybe she's just never met him.
Yeah, no, it was supposed to be a big twist. She was the one operating the James accounts, but oh, come on. It was kind of obvious if you were paying attention.
Did you change your mind about going to school?
You said I could have one day to stay home.
Wait, you're letting her stay home a day from school? What the fuck?
I just don't want you to get into the habit of avoiding your problems.
Honey, she's been running away from her fucking problems. It's not that big. It's gonna take a while.
Sometimes the best thing is to face things head on, don't you think?
Maybe, but maybe sometimes yes, sometimes no. In this case, I don't know.
Maybe you should just walk into your school with your head high and tell those kids they shouldn't believe everything they see on the internet.
Yeah, that's gonna be a big help.
To be fair, some of these kids are absolutely fucking brain dead. That won't fucking work. I wish it would work because, yeah, you could solve a lot of the issues, but the problem is a lot of these kids are just fucking retarded anyway, so doing that won't help at all.
Hey, Dad, it's me, Taylor. I know you probably didn't pick up because you think I'm so mad at you, but,
Oh, I never want to fucking talk to you again, but oh no, now I need you more than ever to come back. Yeah, good luck with that shit.
I know bullying over the internet is a problem. It's giving me a headache.
Did that say DEA on it? Yeah, right up there. It says DEA. I mean, I see underneath it says AED, but the problem is it's not written backwards like it was implying, like you could read it off a mirror or anything like that, or if it was on the other side. It says DEA on it. Why do you have DEA? You already have AED on the bottom part of the panel. Why do you need DEA on the fucking top of it? What? Come on, you don't need this. You just need one side that says AED inside, and now you know where to go in case of emergency.
Oh, I can't control the internet or what students do on their own computers at home.
It doesn't work that well, especially if you have your own school group chat. Then you have the authority, but if it was... See, certain lines of dialogue like this one...
Yeah, there's actually a chat room just for the school. I hang out there sometimes when I'm bored. People talk trash. It's kind of funny, so...
comes back and bites this movie in the ass, because if it's the school that has a profile or the school chat, they should be the ones controlling that. If it was a free open source, well, the school is kind of shit out of luck. So you're getting really inconsistent messages here, and what he said could be true if certain other things didn't apply first. So now the whole point of that scene was saying the school board is kind of useless, which it's wishy-washy depending on the overreach available for the schools and that kind of shit. So, yes and no, it depends on the school board and their roles.
Now they're saying I miss school because I'm pregnant and I'm some kind of prostitute.
Nobody believes that stuff.
Maybe Cheyenne was right. I was asking for it.
And Cheyenne's stupid.
Yeah, she is stupid, but not at the same time.
James.
Is that a Ruckshaw test on your background? What the hell kind of designed room is this? Is this what everybody thought a teenage girl's room was to be designed in the late 2000s?
That's what you're worried about right now, Scott. Yeah, I'm worried about Scott. Who cares what he thinks, Taylor? Where has Scott been? Nowhere. And you even said yourself, he's been ignoring you. Now all of a sudden you care what he thinks? He's not yelling at me. I can't take it if you're against me too.
Again, a fair point from Sam. You shouldn't be worried about a boy right now when everything in your life is falling apart. You shouldn't be worried about him. You should be worried about yourself.
So sorry, Taylor.
Okay, now she's feeling a little bit of sympathetic for making the fake Jane's profile. Oh, yes, I remember she made the Jane's profile, and she's a piece of shit human being. So I guess that's why they had this line in. I guess. I don't fucking remember.
You want to talk all this with you? No, we're talking Scott. Of course. Look, you should just get Scott to take you right home because I'm done trying to be your friend. Have a nice life, Taylor.
What the hell? They reconciled it, now she's doing that? Like, what the fuck? Did she just look into the fucking camera? What the hell? What? Don't look at me. I'm loudly judging you. Why would you trust her? She is so stupid. Half these characters are so fucking stupid.
Hey.
Yeah, no, I haven't talked to you in a while. I was just wondering if you're still into this. Sorry.
Listen, Taylor. My mom pissed me off last night, so I have to open my phones.
You're 20, you're like in your early 20s. Your mom is deciding who you're going to? Did you not once mention saying, hey, I already asked another girl out? Did that not come up once? At all? Ever?
Just...
I would say the only one you could truly reconcile with is the gay kid, but you kind of burned that bridge down about 30 minutes ago. I don't know if it's 30 minutes ago, but it just fucking feels like it's 30 minutes ago with how long and boring this movie drags on. Well, you reposted in the wrong neighborhood.
Look real close, cause strobe lights about to have a party.
Leave.
Everyone's seen
Leave. You don't have to sit around and listen to these skanks talk shit about you. You could just leave. Why is the camera upside down? Who the fuck? Who's operating the camera? Why'd you all think it's a great idea to go whoop with that? I mean, come on. Also, a side note right now, I'm looking at the side of this pages. What are all these X's? I wonder what those X's do. If you can, like, you know, delete shit. Now, we get to one of the most interesting parts of this video. Oh, fucking K. Where do I even start that? First off, if I ever made a video like that, I would be embarrassed to ever disgrace the internet with a video like that. I may have made some stupid content before on my channel. Like when I made a skateboarding video with my fucking phone on portrait mode. Yes, I kind of realized that at the end after done filming, but goddamn it, I'm not doing that again. But come on, that is just an embarrassment. I would make fun of the people who uploaded that video, and they were proud. They were proud of that video. They were proud of that. But I will give props to the guy wearing the trash bag with what looks like a suit piece underneath him. I actually like that design for a trash bag type thing. And he actually tried in this video, while the other ones didn't even fucking try at all. I can just imagine behind them was a bunch of giggling girls the entire time as they wore this really horrific looking masks. It was so bad. I would make fun of the people who uploaded that video instead of blaming the person that they're trying to make fun of, because that's just an embarrassment in nature. Breathe me. This song is so overplayed. I am sick of it. Like, I swear to God, half the movies from like 2005 to about 2012 or so has this fucking song to indicate, oh, this is the dramatic moment of the movie. Except it's been so overdone, it's just a fucking meme at this. It's just, I hate this fucking song. I don't even like the song to begin with. Like, as a song, I don't like it. I don't like Sia's music to begin with. Chandelier, I hated the song Chandelier. I thought it was just aggravating to listen to. It sounds like Sia's choking on a bunch of broken glass as she talks. And then Sia herself became out to be a terrible person, making that god-awful autism movie, which I probably won't cover at all because I just don't feel like it. But yeah, I hate this song with a passion. And they play the entire song for the next 3 minutes as the big scene plays out, so let's continue.
Warning. I will be talking about the suicide scene that is present in the movie, and we'll be discussing it afterwards. And I think this could be potentially upsetting to people who have experienced this. So if you do not want to hear anything I have to say on the topic, any of the jokes that come out, not based on the suicide itself, but on the depiction of the suicide, or if you just don't want to see it at all because it's actually pretty atrocious, please skip to this timestamp on the screen right now.
So we get a bunch of jump cuts, but the main point is she sits around and debates and then finally decides to film a video of herself and then try to commit suicide. I say she decided, spent time, because I swear to God, I cannot tell how much time has passed between each shot, because this feels like a fucking action movie, like shot, 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 and you don't know how much time has passed. And then, especially with Samantha coming in later in the scene, she looks like she's coming in from school, which, you know, okay, fine. But how long was it before Taylor got back home or did anything, you know? It's just, this is ridiculous. Like, this whole thing is just infuriating. Okay, so you see everyone leaving school. So she made the video before everyone was leaving school or around the same time, but now she's home, so should she leave early or something? God, will any of this movie somewhat line up or anything? Come on. Is that a goldfish she has in her bowl? Is that fish even moving, or is it just fake? I just now noticed that. Okay, fine, I added mulatto bots from Archer, but come on, I had to break up this attempted build of emotion. Come on.
This is Chris. It's Samantha. I think something's wrong with Taylor. She posted a video online and now she's not answering the phone, and I'm really freaking out. Samantha, slow down. I can't understand you. I think she's trying to kill herself. Oh my God.
She wasn't talking that fast. I could clearly understand what she said.
Taylor?
Are you fucking serious? They added in a sound effect of her opening the door, but didn't do it for any other door openings in the rest of the scene. Holy shit. Come on.
Where's Taylor?
How should I know? I'm grounded.
Okay, so, wait a minute. You heard that noise coming in right there, right? That noise was the ambulance, and you could hear it from the stairwell, assuming that you could hear it from the outside, and it got louder when it was on the street. How has the boy not reacted to this at all? Also, her friend just walked into your house and is worried about Taylor. Wouldn't you be a little bit alarmed too? Yes, okay, fine. Me and my sibling might not be on the best of terms, but if their friend burst through my door and was concerned about them, I would be wondering why are they concerned? What is going on? I would go and try to check on them. But of course, because this guy is also a fucking idiot, he doesn't. Hey, maybe you shouldn't park in front of the ambulance. How are you going to get out of there if it's an actual life-threatening emergency? Your car is not blocking the ambulance, dumbass.
I can't get the cap on.
Oh my fucking god! Are you shitting me? Are you fucking serious? I can't get the cap off. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my god. Oh my god, I remember when I watched this back in middle school, I was the only one out of my class to actually laugh at that one line. Everyone was looking in shock horror. I was busy laughing because of how bad that line was. Oh my god. She is trying to kill herself via drug overdose, and she can't get the pill bottle open? Are you fucking kidding me? How stupid is she? Holy fuck. Now the kid's actually gonna run upstairs. Followed by his mom. Alright, that makes sense. Was she gonna make out with her? What the fuck was that? Why are you whispering please? She's not fucking dying. We can assume that she didn't take any pills because she can't even open a fucking bottle to even take the pills. Well, I'm glad the paramedics are stepping in and helping. Okay, where do I... Oh god, that was a lot. First off, how can you not open a bottle of pills? Because, I mean... Great, I just got fucking pills everywhere. Crap. No joke, I actually did spill ibuprofen all over the thing. Point is, it's literally push and turn. That's how you open a pill bottle. Even fucking 4-year-olds know how to open a fucking pill bottle.
Look it.
This 4-year-old just opened a bottle of cough syrup.
I did it.
Potentially lethal. This boy just got into powerful painkillers.
Second, I don't know if any of you know this, but drug overdose, as a form of suicide, is actually one of the least effective methods. It's right up there with actually slitting your wrists or trying to hold your breath until you die. Actually, holding your breath, you won't die. You'll just pass out and you'll start breathing again. Yeah, sometimes you can have an overdose if you, take way too fucking much. Yes, you could die, but the problem is, I'm assuming those might have been painkillers or... I don't know what kind of medicine that could be, but the thing is, it's honestly really slow of a death, and it can be reversible if you're caught pretty early on. It can easily be reversed. How can anyone take this movie seriously, especially with a line like, I can't get the cap off? I shit you not, that actually became a fucking meme after this movie, because of just how stupid of a line it was. It's honestly up there. It's probably one of the dumbest lines I've ever heard in film. She can't commit suicide because she couldn't take the fucking pill bottle open. She couldn't take the cap off. Holy shit. Oh my god, this movie. I remember people were upset at me for criticizing this movie and the whole pill bottle scene. I'm like, I just responded easily saying, oh come on, even in that situation I would be so flustered, I'd still know how to open a fucking bottle of pills. I mean, come on. Second, you saw the boy look down like all what he did or something. People blame for him being the cause of all this. Well, he kind of realized what he did and why he deserves some punishment. Because yes, he is to blame, but at the same time, I don't blame him entirely for everything that went wrong.
Okay, I want to add this ADR part real fast to add a couple things that I am missing in person. First off, keep in mind, I am not making fun of anyone that ever committed suicide or attempted suicide. I am not making fun of any of them. What I am making fun of is a terrible movie displaying some pretty atrocious depiction of suicide. That's, to be clear, that's what I'm making fun of. I'm not making fun of the actors or the whole thing as a general gist. Second, the reason why I ridiculed that scene and that line so much is because it honestly really kind of upsets me, and I used more of a humor to try to block it, but upon re-examination, it is a massive mockery to what suicide actually is, and it's about, and everything about it. I think that it is a complete mockery of the serious nature of suicide. So that is why I am ridiculing it really hard, and I want to ridicule it even more now from a more serious light about how devastating it can be for everyone involved, from the family who lost their kid or relative to the friends that are now affected to even people that may have not been affected or even knew them, that interacted with them, could still be affected. It is a very serious topic, and why I talked about it and kind of ridiculed it was because I felt like this was truly making fun of. I know I tease and make fun of a lot of crap in my channel. That's kind of the whole point of my channel, is just to have fun and tease shit. Not even I would make something this offensive about suicide and try to pass it off as real or trying to be impactful. Whenever I make a joke about that, I try to clearly describe it as a joke. I don't pass off this facade of trying to be real or trying to be relatable when talking about something this heavy or this serious. So that's why I'm actually a little offended by this movie, enraged by it. Not just on the technical aspects, but what that one scene represented. Now, for full disclosure, I have never had a family member die to suicide, or my friends have ever died to suicide. Now, I did have one that attempted suicide multiple times. I was never close to them, but I did really feel really terrible, as a friend naturally would. So I am very fortunate that I have never experienced anything of the sort relating to suicide from a more personal level. However, I think someone who actually has experienced a relative commit or attempted suicide or has attempted themselves could agree that this depiction is a horrendous depiction of suicide and should just be disqualifying enough on its own, but people still fucking defend it. And of course you had the edgelords, but I always brush the edgelords aside because they're kind of stupid. Let's be completely honest here. They're stupid. You shouldn't give them much attention. But I just wanted to make this quick segment to tell you that this is a serious topic and to clarify that what I said beforehand was just me ridiculing the scene and what it was depicting, not the actual event itself in real life. Now, on with the review of this really atrocious movie.
Anyways, we now continue as Taylor is now waking up in a hospital bed. Somebody once said she fucked it up, but they took her to the hospital anyways. Well, yeah, in a situation like this, you would go to the hospital because you're not mentally sound. If you tried to kill yourself, they need to check up on you that you're actually not going to do it again.
You're weak. You okay? No. What am I? I'm sleeping. Okay.
Why isn't her brother there? Like, Wouldn't her brother be visiting her right now? You know, want to check up on her because he is her brother after all. I mean, if my sibling was ill or anything like that, and they were in the hospital, I would definitely go and visit them to make sure they were doing fine. Even if I didn't like them, I would still go because I want to make sure they're fine too. It's just common courtesy, come on.
Did this happen because this James kid turned on her? Do you know who he is?
Okay, look at her expression. It doesn't take a genius to know that the way she's looking and the way she's stuttering and stuff, she isn't entirely being truthful, if you know what I'm saying. She looks like she's hiding something pretty important, and the parent is just not pressing on her. If someone was really acting really suspicious to me like that, I would at least say something like, are you sure? Like, are you certain of what you're saying right now? Because you're being a little cagey around this subject.
Taylor found out that he wasn't real.
What does that mean?
It means the profile wasn't fucking real. Someone made it up.
Someone posed as James to torture her?
Yes! You hit the nail right on the fucking head! Press exit out right now. Alright, so Dr. Dennis Quaid clone here reassures Taylor's mom that she will be discharged tomorrow, and he now gives her a card about a Cyberbully support group, essentially. I don't know, it could be useful or not.
Being bullied online, that can push a kid over the edge. It's like a group assault, very traumatic. Anyone with a computer can see it. It's always there, 24/7.
Yeah, no shit, Captain Obvious. Yes, it's there 24/7, unless it's Snapchat and they didn't save it. Because if it's one thing I remember about Snapchat is almost every message is actually deleted within 24 hours. I'm not sure if that was true, but I do remember. I never had Snapchat, but everyone that I ever talked to that owned Snapchat always talked about how little chats and stuff, unless you personally saved them, they were deleted within 24 hours. So you couldn't have things keep popping up back on you unless you save them. So again, that just screams of how dated this movie is when everything couldn't be deleted. But the problem was I saw fucking X's on the side of the bar. I wonder if it could be deleted, you know? Because that's what the X button does on a post like that. Meanwhile, Taylor's mom now goes out to try to figure out who the James person was. And you will notice throughout her little journey that the stop she doesn't make is Samantha, because whenever she was talking to Samantha about the James character, you saw how Samantha was really cagey and really kind of confidential about everything about James around her, so it makes you wonder why she wouldn't talk to her or pressure her and see if she can actually give you useful information about the James guy. But hey, it's not my movie.
You're such an ass, Scott. Such an ass.
Oh, watch the insults there, Kettle.
James's profile, it was here yesterday and now it's deleted. I should have printed it out when I had the chance. Does Taylor hate me?
Probably, yeah.
Friends have been harassing my daughter for weeks now. My daughter tried to commit suicide because your daughter was bullying her.
You should know that you're speaking with an attorney.
Okay, so you should know all the laws about this.
Before you slander my daughter.
That's not slander, you fucking retard! You have verifiable proof that it isn't slander. Everything has to be a lie, it cannot be an opinion, and it has to actually hurt your reputation.
It's not slander, it's fact. I have posts from Lindsay Love, your daughter, mocking Taylor.
The thing is, what she's saying is absolutely true. It is a scathing mark on her character, and she has evidence to back up her claim. Therefore, it is not slander. You fucking idiot.
If my daughter expressed her opinion about anything...
Okay, so we're gonna switch the topic now because you just got fucking schooled by a fucking Karen.
Demeaning, insulting opinions.
That's her right. At least according to the Constitution.
Oh my fucking god, I know where this is going.
Excuse me? You're going to defend her?
Well, yeah, it's his fucking daughter. I mean, unless my kid, if I ever had a kid, which I probably will never have a kid, but if my kid was being attacked, as a parent, I think it was my duty to defend them. I mean, that's just common sense.
It's called freedom of speech. It's the First Amendment. You might want to give it a read.
Yes, I have given it a read, and one thing that needs to be said is that the freedom of speech does not apply in this setting. If you're thinking, no, it totally does, dude, you're wrong. Freedom of speech protects you from being persecuted by the government. It's the government oppressing free speech. Not a company, not a personal entity, not a, say, what do we got to call them, website or anything. Those are not the government. What freedom of speech allows you to do is say things within a limited range of scope. You can say almost anything with a small exception here and there. You could say pretty much anything you want and the government cannot throw you in jail. That is the point of freedom of speech here. The thing is, this is on a private website. I'm assuming this website is privately ran. Therefore, freedom of speech does not apply in this circumstance because it is their website. They can decide what they want on their own website. This is like back in like 2021 with the insurrection attempt. Parler was under fire from Amazon and they tried to sue Amazon for rights to use their service. But the problem was Amazon forbade any hate speech on their services. Which, they're allowed to do because they're their own private company. And Parler sued them. But one thing, if you ever read the deposition, Parler did never once mention the First Amendment because the First Amendment doesn't fucking apply. It cannot apply because this is a private individual or private company against another private individual or private company. Same thing here. Just because she can try to claim freedom of speech or anything like that, but that's not how this works at all. And you're a fucking attorney, so you should fucking know better.
Okay, I just want to add this ADR segment in real quick, is because this scene alone is actually why I wanted to make the review, is because this scene is the same argument that people use time and time again to justify their actions or try to use the defense of freedom of speech whenever they get criticized or anything. No, freedom of speech does not apply because it's a private website, and I haven't really seen a lot of reviews even delving into this. The two main reviews I saw were YMS and Cynical Reviews, but they don't really delve into this topic mainly because I think they're UK residents, so they really wouldn't know the First Amendment of the United States because it doesn't apply to them, so why would they care to know it? It's like knowing all the train laws of the UK as me, an American. That wouldn't make sense to me. So that's kind of why I wanted to make this review. Not to knock them or anything, because I think those reviews are really good reviews of everything, for the most part. They're pretty good reviews. But I just wanted to add this insight to that entire bullshit scene of the lawyer, in air quotes, talking about the whole thing, which was just stupid.
Are you really gonna do it?
Buddy, that's not an appropriate question to ask. I mean, I'm not a mental health expert or anything, but if someone attempted to commit suicide, you probably shouldn't be wanting to talk to them about the suicide 2 days after it happened or something. You might want to give them a bit more time to, recover from that before they can even talk about it. I mean, come on.
Oh God, I bet they're saying all kinds of things about me.
Honey, that is not a fucking good idea.
Eric, go get the laptop. I have to see what they're saying.
Eric, don't do it. Busted. By the way, they looked at her as the mom walked in. It looks like they were just caught doing something very inappropriate.
I don't know why you're making me do this. This isn't a punishment, Taylor. It's a support group, a place for you to go to help you talk about what you've been through. I don't want to talk about it. Don't talk about it. Just go and listen. We can't pretend that this didn't happen. It happened, and you need help. And there is nothing wrong with asking for help.
This is probably the best acting from the mom ever. I mean, it's pretty good. It's actually pretty good acting. It's why she's one of the most sympathetic characters in the movie. And the only one that looks like she's actually fucking trying to make this movie actually salvageable.
And I am scared that you're gonna try this again.
Yeah, I wouldn't be so scared about that. Yeah, honey, if she can't even get a pill bottle open, I don't think she can really do much else, honestly, so I wouldn't be too concerned.
You've put so much into your life. Your life is so precious.
At what point was that ever fucking proven? What did she want to do? She wanted to be a fucking journalist or something? All she ever did was just went with the flow, did nothing special in her fucking life, harassed people online, and just got harassed in return. At what point did she ever show her life was actually worthwhile or precious or anything?
Isn't that harassment?
No, if they said it to her face, yes. But online, there's no law against that in this state.
I mean, I really got nothing to say because certain rules it's jurisdiction only. Jurisdictions apply to certain things.
Hey, there goes Jelly Donut, you know, stuff like that, and it sucks, right?
God fucking Christ, could they not get a different actor? Why did they make her say the lines the way she's saying them? They're so aggravating. Her voice is so grating and boring, it's actually making me fall asleep just like the character right there in focus.
I don't even know who that person is. How can he say he despises that I exist?
Well, buddy, welcome to the fucking internet. People say shit like that all the goddamn time.
Caleb, I'm really sorry. Nate told me people were picking on you and I didn't say anything, and I'm really sorry.
Damn right you better be.
How many of you have ever decided to get even? Posted mean comments online about someone you felt was being mean to you?
Okay, everyone should be fucking raising their hands. I guarantee you, given how terrible these cast of characters are that we're stuck with today, everyone's fed something like that.
I was sitting there when you invited her to the spring fling.
So you're gonna blame me because she has some sort of mono meltdown?
Like you even care about her.
So why don't you tell me, huh? What's it like to be so perfect that you don't have to feel bad about anything?
Ooh, fucking shots fired, man. Yeah, you might be an asshole, but at the same time, pot, kettle, pot, kettle. And like I was pointing that out to this self-inflated ego right there.
Hey, come inside.
Oh my god, what is up with the lighting? She looks like a fucking ghost.
I'm the one who created the James profile. Pretend to be him and talk to you. Tell everybody you gave him TV.
I'm really sorry, Taylor.
Again, she runs away from her fucking problems instead of just facing her head on. Well, I guess that's better than just giving her a nice flogging. I mean, she totally fucking deserves it.
Yeah, but I feel like I can't go back until I go online, and I don't know if I can handle that.
So don't go fucking online. That's pretty fucking simple. Wait, now they're just texting about this? Like, when she literally walked in, they're now just messaging about this? Okay, so this entire scene, I think this services the whole point of this showing, like, the advice that they're giving, which some of it's valid, some of it isn't. The advice that they're giving, or showing you why you shouldn't do it by doing it. Holy shit. She actually finally puts in the words what I've been saying for the last, probably what feels like 2 hours at this point, watching this shit.
Block them. You know, block the sender. You know, put a name, you don't see what crap they're saying about you. You can forget my figure out. I never thought of that.
No shit.
You can also report it to the bully's internet service provider. Sometimes they'll shut down the bully's account.
You're kidding.
Yeah, he's really joking because you want to go to the ISP. You would just go to the site administrators and have them basically take your support ticket and crumble it up and basically light it on fire, basically what YouTube did to my fucking video and my appeal.
There's a chance you can stop it from spiraling out of control.
Yeah, but you can't totally stop it.
Don't know unless you try.
You don't have to try. You know you will never stop it.
I've looked into it, and most states have passed laws against harassment on the internet. You remember Tina Meyer?
Wait. Tina Meyer?
Her daughter committed suicide.
I remember that. Tragic.
Oh, really? They're actually bringing up Megan Meyer in this movie? Okay, so a little bit of background. This actually was made in response to a bunch of cyberbullying related suicides. Most notably was the suicide of Megan Meyer, where the Megan Meyer Foundation is an actual real foundation against cyberbullying, and this is loosely based on the story of Megan Meyer. I say loosely, but it's not entirely true, but they do mention Missouri and Tina Meyer, who I believe was their mother. So, yeah, And it was in response to a lot of those pressures that bills and these laws were being passed, which I have mixed feelings on.
And they're vulnerable to these bullies who are hiding behind anonymous usernames.
Well, yeah, that's the nature of a website, is you could be fucking anonymous. I mean, unless your bill is basically have to declare everybody, has to declare your name, location, IP, all that shit, no one's ever gonna fucking use that. No one's ever gonna do that.
Well, they do have delete buttons on computers.
Huh, funny. He's the only one that mentioned that, and I think Clicksters does have a delete button that you could use.
I thought that too until I almost lost my daughter.
Well, your daughter's also kind of retarded. Let's not beat around the bush here. She is kind of stupid, because she was scrolling through all those pages, and I was wondering, what about these X buttons? What is this gonna do?
Well, yeah, that was
Yeah, I just want to make sure, that was not, because, yeah.
I mean, yeah, I thought the first was like too much. Freak out.
No, it was not.
I know. Even my mom was like, dude, check your ego.
Okay, I would agree with that, if not for the fact that when she went over to talk to him and he rejected her and said he was going to go take someone else to the dance, I am less inclined to believe that for one reason, and that is because the day that he rejected her was the day she attempted suicide. So it's not unreasonable to think, oh my god, this person attempted suicide, and try to figure out what the cause of that was, and then you realize, oh, I rejected this person. Maybe they did it because of me. It's not completely unreasonable to think that, actually. People said, oh, you're so full of yourself, but the thing is, when someone is in that unstable of a condition, you are not entirely wrong to wonder if I could have been the cause of that this whole time. I mean, it's not unreasonable to think this.
Alright, I wanted to add a little personal tale to why I think that entire claim by Scott's mom is total bullshit, and why that he did actually have to worry, is because when I was a sophomore, so I was in health class, and we had one teacher who was a really cool guy. He was the actual last person to talk to the student that several years beforehand actually committed suicide. The thing was, the teacher was talking to him, and they were just talking about his future plans, like he was thinking about joining the military. They had a really positive conversation. However, a couple hours later, the parents found him dead by suicide. And one of the first people they talked to was the health teacher, because he was the last person that had any type of interaction with the kid. And that actually really got bothered my health teacher, because he was sitting there thinking, what did he do, or what could he have done to notice anything about it? And it stuck with him till this day. So I don't think this entire thing is unreasonable for Scott to think that he might have done something bad, or he could have done something bad to Taylor, because literally several hours later, she went and tried to commit suicide. I don't think it's a completely unreasonable thing to think that you might be partially the cause of this, even though you really weren't.
What Lindsay and her stupid friends were doing to you, it's not right that they get away with it.
Just what I wanted to hear. Still trying to get that law they were unsuccessfully trying to pass, they now go to the press to try to push their agenda.
We were talking about how kids are getting hurt and adults can't see it because it's happening online.
And the government isn't doing anything about it, so we need public pressure. I won't argue that, but as far as the story goes, well, it's not news. I doubt my editor will let me run with it.
Well, yeah, no shit. This thing has been happening ever since the 1990s.
You said your friend Samantha made a fake identity and posted things about you, weren't you?
Yeah.
So that could be an interesting angle. Would you like to do bully? A bully? Did she talk to me?
No, why would she?
Oh, that's good. No one talks to me. Lots of people do. Tell you what, why don't you give me a number? I'll give her a call and write it down. She might just go for it.
I don't think you want to talk about it.
Okay, so you want to bring attention to the issue, which is admirable, but at the same time, you got the one chance that you could do this, you're just blowing it away. Come on, Taylor, think!
Why did you do that?
I'm sorry. I should have asked you first.
You know, she's gonna think I'm after her, and I'm not.
So you're pouting because the only way to get your story out is to do a joint interview. I mean, I can understand why you don't want to fucking see her. Fine. But at the same time, this is the only way you're going to get your thing. So you got to choose. Do you want the law to pass or not?
My mother says Samantha agreed to do it. They'll be here in half an hour.
Damn, that is quick.
Samantha, you can sit by Taylor. We want you sitting together so we can take a few shots while we talk, okay?
You really think that's a good idea? She literally looks like she's about to fucking kill her.
Sounds like you're still pretty upset at her.
No shit, she is the reason why she almost killed herself. Thanks a lot, Captain Obvious.
She has every right to still be mad. What I did was horrible.
And some would say unforgivable, especially if her brother hacked her profile and said something. She's never going to forgive that, but she'll easily forgive a person from catfishing her and nearly driving her to suicide. Man, these people suck.
Oh, why do it then?
I had reasons that made sense at the time.
Something about that makes me doubt it really hard.
But it's really you're the one getting bullied. I know because everyone's turned on me now. And Taylor, I'm so sorry that I ever made you feel anything. Lindsay and them after you know I didn't know that.
Weren't they always after you, though? I mean, they're gonna pick on you they were picking on you regardless, so this isn't completely new.
Doesn't matter. I deserve it.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you fucking do.
No, you don't.
It's called karma. You reap what you sow.
This group has been saying is how I can't let them have power over me anymore, so that's what I'm gonna do.
Oh my god, it's like we can solve our problems without resorting to violence or ridiculing people. Holy shit, what a novel concept. Man, that extra was in a hurry. He realized he was in a really awful movie, so he had to bail out fast.
I didn't know you'd be coming back today.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Bullshit, you said you wanted to go back to school.
I don't know if we can ever be friends in the same way, but I'm willing to try.
I have really mixed feelings on them trying to be friends again after what she did to her. I don't think I could ever be friends with them. I could tolerate them, but I don't think I'll ever be friends with them again if they nearly drove me to suicide. But hey, that's my opinion.
I'm not gonna ignore it anymore. Hey, Lindsay.
You have breathed your last breath. You have sighed your last sigh. You are no longer alive.
Damn it, if I directed, that's how it would have fucking gone. Man, Pink Flamingos is a weird movie. No, we don't get the nice pink flamingos instead we get this.
I think you're probably being funny, but you should know your words actually hurt.
Yeah, you seem to me just like any other bully, spreading hate wherever you go.
Oh, you know it's serious when the gay kid's attacking you. Wow, this school fan base is really fucking fickle.
I've dreamed about something like that only 100 times. Hope it was good for you, Taylor, because it was awesome for me.
He sounds like he just had sex for the first time. That was a weird line delivery.
I'm sorry it took so long.
I'm just really stupid. After the most cliched fucking performance ever, everyone now starts texting each other, oh my god, Lindsay got school, and Clickster is now safe, it's safe to be on the internet, it's all safe again, yee! When the real moral of the story is high school shouldn't fucking matter to anybody. This movie is just stupid. Like, I could see why it has morals and why people like it or anything like that, but to me, it's just silly. There's just so many things about this movie. It's just annoying. Like, you have some of the most toxic people being friends, like Samantha, how she was her friend in the end when she shouldn't be a fucking friend at all. You shouldn't even be fucking talk. She shouldn't be able to eat lunch with you ever again. Next you have Cheyenne, who is just absolutely stupid, and the most sympathetic character is the gay guy and the overbearing mom. So in terms of its message, it really bungled it up. And then at the end, we get this bumper saying a bunch of states have passed cyberbullying laws, which is just kind of stupid.
Okay, I just want to add something in real quick. I've been looking around the internet for a little bit, and I've seen plenty of papers and articles talking about the cyberbullying laws as a general, as if they had any effect on cyberbullying and bullying in general. And what I found was it is pretty inconclusive, because about a third of what I had said it is effective in pretty much all cases. Another third says it's completely ineffective, and then another third says it's effective in only certain circumstances, which I weren't prone to believe the third one. However, there was a lot of them talking about having a policy at all reduce the amount of bullying, but it never really went into the methods of how it actually reduced bullying. So I take those with like a grain of salt. The The problem is, with all these cyberbullying laws, I have yet to really see a massive decrease. Maybe there has been a decrease and I'm wrong, but from what I've been looking online, the results are showing really conflicting messages of, is it effective or is it not effective?
Especially with, how are you going to actually fucking enforce these laws properly? Because, again, anonymous users like 4chan. This is like, the entire site Clicksters, what they're using is like Facebook mixed up with 4chan. What are you going to do about it? Especially the fact when a lot of the profiles just end up being something different, or all these people just type a bunch of inappropriate comments to each other. They're anonymous. No one's going to fucking know who is who. And you can switch at any goddamn second. And that's the whole point of catfishing. And the whole James profile thing. Nobody truly knew who it was. And that's prevalent in the fucking messages that was sent. So therefore, this whole, all the kids know who is total bullshit. It's just fucking ridiculous. So yes, this movie was stupid. And because of that, it gets... Parts of it, though, it gets into the so bad it's good territory. Like, some of the acting is so atrocious. I actually enjoyed it. What would I rate this movie? I'd probably give this movie a solid 4 out of 10. 3.5, 4 out of 10. Probably the lowest rated movie here. I would say it's worse than the Dancing Pumpkin DVD, but the thing with the Dancing Pumpkin DVD, I can't say the Dancing Pumpkin one was worse because that was at least only 50 minutes long. But this one at least had more of a plot, even though it had a lot of padding and filler in between, which made watching this an absolute task. Same thing with the Dancing Pumpkin, but the Dancing Pumpkin was only 50 minutes long. This is like an hour and a half. This is kind of ridiculous how long it takes to watch one movie. So, out of my rating, I would give it about a 4 out of 10 or so. Not a good movie, but if you want to watch some, like, absolute trash movies for your watching experience, you will have a couple good laughs out of that, like I did with the pill bottle sequence and everything. So yeah, guys, sorry this review took a bit longer to come out with, and that was just because a lot of shit happened at the same time. First I got ill, and then YouTube decided to fuck me over. So, you know, that was fun. But I hope you guys did enjoy this review. With that being said, I hope you did enjoy this review. If you did, please leave a like. It means a lot. And subscribe if you want to see videos similar to this. See ya!